What if I told you that your 9-to-5 paycheck is not the key to getting rich, but actually the thing preventing you from building wealth? Think about it. You trade 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year, just to get paid once every 2 weeks. And what do the second that check hits your account? You send it right back out. Rent, bills, debt, Netflix, gas, tacos, your cousin's baby shower. But look, here's the part that stings. If you stop working, the money stops too. You're not financially free, you're financially handcuffed, even if those handcuffs are made of gold. But what if your money could work for you instead? What if, instead of constantly chasing paychecks, you could build a machine that spits out cash while you sleep, eat, travel, or do literally nothing? This isn't fantasy. This is how wealthy people actually live. Just by following the steps in this video, you'll learn exactly how to grow your wealth and live off your investments. Step by step. Because honestly, if you're someone who's tired of budgeting like a broke squirrel in winter, or you just want to reach a point where Mondays feel like Saturdays, then this video is going to be for you. By the time you finish watching, you'll know how to build a portfolio that pays you forever and how to escape the rat race without winning the lottery or inventing the next TikTok. Let's jump right into it. Number 1, understanding the real goal: financial freedom. Let's be honest, most people think rich means yachts, Lambos, and a diamond-encrusted toothbrush. But here's the truth bomb. Being rich isn't about looking rich. It's about never having to trade your time for money again. And this is what I'll explain to you, so listen closely. Financial freedom is when your assets, not your hustle, pay for your lifestyle. So if your life costs $4,000 a month and your investments are bringing in $4,000 a month, boom, you're free, you're retired. Not because you're 65, but because you built the system. That's the actual goal. Not flexing, not impressing strangers. Freedom is the ultimate wealth. Let's talk about how to build it. If freedom is the goal, then investments are the vehicle. So the real question becomes, what should you be investing in to get there faster? Number 2, the 3 wealth machines, and why most people ignore them. There are 3 main investment vehicles that can grow your wealth and fund your freedom. 1. Stocks, the silent wealth builder. Stocks are the GOAT of passive income. Why? Because over time, they grow like compound interest on steroids. S&P 500. Averages 8 to 10% annually over the long haul. Dividends? That's cash just for holding, like getting paid to exist. Index funds? Easy, diversified, set it and forget it investing. It's like planting a money tree that grows slow but strong. But what if you don't want to wait 30 years to enjoy that wealth? That's where our next machine comes in. 2. Real estate, the wealth multiplier. Real estate is like that friend who doesn't talk much but shows up to every party with 3 bottles of wine and a 20% ROI. You can earn from cash flow, rent, appreciation, property value goes up, tax benefits. Yes, Uncle Sam lets landlords win. Leverage, use the bank's money to build your empire. Want to retire early? Owning 3 to 5 rental properties could replace your income. But let's say you want to go full digital nomad, or you're not into tenants calling you about broken toilets. Good news, the third machine runs entirely online. 3. Digital assets, the internet's secret millionaire factory. So what do I mean by this? Well, let's clear something up. YouTube channels, blogs, online businesses, affiliate marketing, digital products. These are all scalable, low-cost, high ROI assets that can turn time into leverage. Imagine this. You make a digital course once. You sell it 1,000 times. You sip coffee while Stripe deposits money in your sleep. Digital assets are why a 19-year-old can make 6 figures while living in their mom's basement, and why you can build income without a traditional job. Okay, now that you know what to invest in, let's talk about how much you actually need to escape the grind and live off your investments. Number 3, the math behind living off your investments. Don't worry, it's sexy math. Let me introduce you to the 4% rule. This little formula is the holy grail of retirement math, and I'll run through this quick because we've literally made an entire video on this already. Here's the idea. If you withdraw 4% of your investment portfolio per year, it should last forever, thanks to average returns and inflation-adjusted growth. So how much do you need? Let's reverse engineer it. Want to live on $40,000 per year? You need $1 million invested. Want $80,000 per year? You need $2 million. Amount you need equals your annual expenses times 25. That's it. Multiply your freedom number by 25 and that's your goal. Now you might be thinking, Cool, but how the heck do I get to $1 million invested? Well, buckle up, because the real magic is in the next chapter. Number 4, how to build your investment engine from scratch, even if you're broke. All right, so maybe you're thinking, I don't have $1 million lying around, I've got $63 and a Target gift card. Perfect. That's actually enough to get started, because time is the most valuable resource in this game, not money. Here's how to build wealth from ground zero. Step 1. Pay yourself first, even if it hurts. This is the golden rule. Before you pay bills, subscriptions, or buy that essential scented candle, automate a percentage of your income to go straight into your investments, even if it's just 10%. Heck, even 1% is better than 0%. The wealthiest people don't invest after they spend, they invest before they even touch their paycheck. And the good news is that I have a simple solution for you, and all you need to do is set up auto deposit into an index fund the same day your paycheck hits. Make wealth building non-negotiable. But what if you're living paycheck to paycheck and feel like there's literally nothing to save? Great news! We fix that in the next step. Step 2. Slash and stack, the wealth snowball begins. All right, let's play financial Hunger Games. Look at your spending and ask, would I rather have this or financial freedom? $12 Netflix. Freedom. $7 Starbucks. Freedom. $1,100 luxury car lease. Broke. Trim the fat, slash what doesn't serve you. And take that money, even if it's $50 a month, and stack it. Start with a high-yield savings account or brokerage like Vanguard or Fidelity. Then simply let the snowball begin. Before we continue, when you finish watching this video, go back and watch our series on the stealth wealth mindset. If you only watch this video and try to apply it alone, you may run into some problems. That's why you need to watch the entire playlist to fully understand how. As always, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join our members list to always stay updated. Okay, now that you've freed up some cash and started investing, what should you actually buy? Let's talk about the starter pack for growing your money. Number 5, where to put your money and what the rich are quietly doing. All right, the number 1 rule of growing wealth: don't chase trends, chase systems. So how exactly do you do this? Don't worry, I'll explain everything in detail. Just be patient, because it's important to understand the theory before I explain the practice. Let's break down the assets that give you long-term, sustainable returns. Option 1, index funds, the set it and forget it king. Index funds are like a diversified smoothie. You get hundreds of companies in one investment. You don't need to pick the next Tesla. Just ride the market. And historically, the S&P 500 gives approximately 10% annually. That's a doubling every 7 years. Invest $300 a month for 30 years and boom, you've got over $500,000. Here's a real example. A school teacher who never made more than $45,000 a year retired a millionaire. Why? He invested every month in index funds and didn't touch it. Quiet wealth. Silent flex. But hey, maybe you want something more exciting than a 7% annual return. Time to meet the rental property playbook. Option 2, real estate, the leverage power move. Want to use $20,000 to control a $200,000 asset? Real estate lets you do that. And once I explain this to you, you'll start to understand you can buy a duplex, rent one side, live in the other, also called house hack. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. Or go fully passive with REITs, real estate investment trusts. Real life example. A guy bought one rental per year for 5 years. Now, he makes $9,000 a month in rent, works 0 hours, and spends his days surfing. But what if you don't want to be a landlord? Don't worry, the digital investment wave has arrived. Option 3, digital assets, the scalable goldmine. Start a YouTube channel, build a niche blog, sell a digital product. These are businesses that don't need inventory, a physical location, or permission from anyone. They compound like investments and scale like software. Real life example. A woman made a $29 budgeting PDF, posted about it on TikTok. It went viral. She made $100,000 in 60 days from a PDF. So now you're investing and stacking. But how do you turn this into income you can live on? Number 6, creating income streams from your investments. The goal isn't just to be rich on paper. It's to build cash flow, money that hits your account without you having to lift a finger. Let's talk about the top passive income methods. First, dividends. Own stocks, get paid. Dividend stocks literally send you cash just for holding. Pro tip, Look into dividend aristocrats, companies that have paid and raised dividends for 25 plus years straight. It's hard to explain this in detail, but here's what I want you to do. Build a dividend portfolio that pays you monthly. Reinvest early. Live off it later. Second, rental cash flow. Buy a property for $150,000. Rent it out for $1,500 a month. After mortgage and expenses, pocket $500 a month. Repeat that 5 times and you've got $2,500 a month. Now imagine 10 properties. You see where this goes. 3. Digital royalties. Videos, ebooks, courses, and even TikTok accounts can pay forever. Make once, sell forever. That's the holy grail. But how do you know when it's time to stop working and let your investments carry you? Number 7. When can you actually retire or work less and live more? All right, look, I need to address something real quick, so pay attention. Here's the truth. You don't need $10 million to live off investments. You just need your expenses covered by income that doesn't need you. Here's the quick breakdown. Track your monthly living cost: housing, food, bills, fun. Multiply it by 12 equals yearly expense. Multiply that by 25 equals your freedom number. When your passive income or investment income meets or exceeds your living cost, you're financially free. Here's a tip. You can do this in stages. First cover your rent, then your food, then your full lifestyle. It's not all or nothing. Okay, so you've got the strategy, but let's talk about how to not sabotage it. Number 8, mistakes that wreck wealth and how to dodge them like a ninja. Building wealth is exciting, but you know what's even more important than making money? Not losing it. Here are the silent killers that crush your investments before they ever get a chance to grow. Mistake 1. Panic selling. Markets crash. That's normal, but selling your stocks in a panic, that's like jumping out of a roller coaster while it's still moving. Let history be your therapist. Every major crash, 2008 dot-com bubble, COVID crash, eventually recovered. Long-term investors always win. Emotional investors always lose. Mistake 2, lifestyle creep. You make more money, you spend more money. Suddenly you're still broke, just in better clothes. This is how doctors making $400,000 end up living paycheck to paycheck. Rule: when your income goes up, keep your spending the same and increase investments instead. Flex in your portfolio, not your driveway. Mistake 3, over-leveraging. Leverage can be a beautiful thing until it isn't. Too much debt and not enough margin. One hiccup and your entire wealth tower collapses like a Jenga block after 3 Red Bulls. Mistake 4, doing nothing. Waiting for the perfect time to invest is just procrastination wearing a suit. Newsflash: there is no perfect time. The longer you wait, the less time compound interest has to work its magic. Now that you know what not to do, let's talk about what the winners do on repeat. Number 9, wealth habits of people who actually pull it off. Let's peel back the curtain on people who not only grow wealth, they live off it and keep it growing. These habits are simple, but they work like compound habits. Results get exponential over time. Habit 1, automate everything. They automate investments, automate savings, automate bills. Why? Because relying on willpower is like expecting a toddler to guard a cupcake. Automation turns your finances into a system, not a guessing game. Habit 2, treat money like a business. They don't say, "I can't afford it." They say, "How do I afford it?" They track income, expenses, ROI. Every dollar is an employee. Is it working hard or scrolling TikTok in the break room? Habit 3, hang with other builders. You are the average of your 5 closest friends. If they're all spending recklessly, broke and bitter, guess what you'll be? Find the people who talk about assets, cash flow, and freedom, not just sports stats and who got canceled last week. Habit 4, read, listen, learn, repeat. Millionaires read. The Broke Binge reality TV. 10 minutes a day of financial learning beats years of winging it. Books, podcasts, YouTube channels, just like this one. All help you upgrade your money mindset. All right, you've built your wealth. You've got your investments humming. But now the big question: can you actually live off it without running out? Number 10, living off your investments without going broke. Welcome to the final boss battle. You made it here. Now, how do you make it last? Here's the plan. Rule 1, follow the 4% rule with guardrails. If you withdraw 4% of your portfolio per year, statistically, you're golden. But inflation, taxes, market swings, they're real. So set up a cash cushion, 1 to 2 years of expenses. a diversified portfolio, stocks, bonds, maybe real estate. A flexible withdrawal strategy. Pull less in down years, a little more in up years. Rule 2. Keep some income flowing. Even in retirement, many wealthy folks still freelance. Sell a course, do consulting, flip a property here or there. Why? Because staying active keeps you sharp and extends your investment runway. Freedom doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing only what you want. Rule 3. Rebalance annually. Over time, your portfolio might get out of whack. Maybe your stocks soar and now you're too risky, or your bonds drag and you're too conservative. Rebalancing equals checking in once a year and tweaking as needed. All right, now let's bring this whole thing home. You don't need millions. You need a plan. Let me give you the mistake I used to make, and then I'll give you the solution. Most people will spend 40 years working to retire at 65, only to realize they never really lived. But you're learning the cheat codes. You're building wealth that pays you. You're building freedom. The formula is not a secret anymore. Pay yourself first. Invest in cash-flowing assets. Avoid dumb mistakes. Let compound interest work, and never stop learning. Start where you are. Use what you've got. Build something that lasts. And remember, this isn't just about the money. It's about options. Peace of mind, waking up excited instead of exhausted. If this video helped shift your mindset, smash the like button, comment the words "future millionaire" so I know that you're serious, and make sure you subscribe because this channel is all about turning income into freedom. And if you want to go deeper, check out our next video right here that uncovers 12 money habits literally keeping the middle class poor every single day. Just click the video on the screen now, and we'll see you in the next one.